Hello, it's Marissa with the Art of Ecology, and today we are looking at this beautiful black locust here, and we are going to be making black locust cordial for an iced cordial, a nice summery drink. As we're starting to get into the warmer weather now, today is the high of 90 degrees, so we're definitely getting into the change of season. And here we've got these beautiful black locust flowers. And this is the first tree that we are going to be using for the spring session. So let's find out how to identify this black locust. Black locust and other locusts like the honey locust have pinnately compound leaves. So you can see that this entire structure here is one leaf with multiple leaflets. They are pinnate in structure, and they have these beautiful, almost pea-like flowers in the late spring. These flowers are really important for native pollinators, and we don't often think of trees as being pollinator species, but this black locust and others like tulip poplars are really vital habitat for pollinators. You can see, if you just keep looking up, the amount of flowers that this black locust produces is just incredible. The bark of black locust trees and other locusts as well are usually deeply furrowed. However, this is a very young tree, so its bark hasn't gotten old and gnarled yet. You can still see at the bark there that it is starting to get furrowed. Now we come over to this tree here. It is much more furrowed. This black locust is. You can really see how thick and gnarly the bark of this tree is, and how there's these huge like trenches and furrows in the bark. Another really great example just how thick and deep these furrows can get once the tree gets old. You will want to be careful when foraging, as one of the traits of locust trees is that they have thorns. And it may be a little hard to see here. I'll put my thumb behind it. You can see that tiny little thorn there. It is very sharp, so just be careful. The flowers of this black locust here, they're not going to be around for very long. Right now it is mid-May when they have started blooming here. And you can really tell they just pop out very suddenly, but they're only going to be around for 1 to 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer depending on your climate, but they're not long-lived flowers, so really take advantage of them while they're here. Okay, so to forage, we're now going to be harvesting these flowers. Again, be careful of the little thorns, but we're going to only pick the flowers and pick about 2 cups of them. So you are going to want some cleaned flowers to put in a small sealable container. So let's get to picking our flowers. These are very easy to pull up. Just grab the top of the stem here and then slowly pull, and they just pop right off. Do remember foraging etiquette though as you harvest these flowers. These are a valuable pollinator species. They're not invasive, so we really want to make sure that we're doing things properly and sustainably. So as you go around and harvest, never pick everything from a tree, even if you say, oh, well, it's really high up, there's more flowers. No, don't do that. Keep the flowers for the pollinators that really need them. So forage from a couple little low branches at a time and then move on to another tree in a different area. Now that we have our beautiful black locust flowers, I mean, just yum. They are so good. Very fruity flavor, like weird apple, maybe pineapple, I don't know. But Oh my gosh. Once you have them, pop them in a clear alcohol. I'm going to be using vodka for mine. Real cheap alcohol is totally fine because eventually the flavor is going to be this. And we're going to pop it in there. So I'm going to put this in my clear mason jar, then top that off with the vodka. I'm going to set that aside for about a week. Let that steep. I'm going to be checking the flavor intermittently. And then it's kind of an infused alcohol meets simple syrup for our iced cordial. After I have that steeped alcohol, I'm going to do a 1-to-1 ratio of liquid to white sugar to make my cordial. And then all you do is just pour it over ice and yum! Now I've got this. We're gonna make our cocktail. So what we're gonna do is fill up our glass, add the ice, add some flower garnishes, and we're good to go. This is a super simple cocktail. So I'm gonna add 3 cubes to my glass. These cubes are kind of big. They take up a lot of glass. And then I just top off with my cordial. This is gonna be a very sweet drink since we had made it that like nice syrupy. So I'm actually gonna add 4 cubes. There we go. And then we top off. So the cubes help to keep some of that sugariness down. They also help to chill it. Have our garnish here. Got a stem. I don't want a stem. There we go. Cheers. Wow. Okay, so here's the thing about this. When I had the flowers by themselves, they had that real apple flavor, a very floral fruit. And now it tastes like grass. So this is my grass cocktail. Oh, it's really good chilled though. Much better chilled than when I had tried it out of the syrup. But it definitely has a leafy sort of green flavor to it, as opposed to a very earthy, but more leafy than earthy sort of flavor. It's not dirt, it's definitely green. Did you enjoy this funky flavored cocktail, this Black Locust cordial here? Then you should definitely check out some of my other videos, other Trails to Taste and Goodness, and always stay up to date on what the Art of Ecology is doing. Thanks, hope to see you then, and cheers.